What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. I got a bit of a mystery. I was reading a lot, well, not reading a lot, but I do read occasionally, and one thing that I found out was that why did the kamikaze pilots wear helmets? That's a real mystery right there. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about the last axis of the scale cube, which is the y-axis. So scaling along the axis, the y-axis, means decomposing your application into microservices. Consider our advice booth, like in the last video, right? Remember, we're getting really good with our advices, especially the intros of the videos, right? So let's say that our advice booth is getting a lot of traffic, right? So it's our job to handle all of this traffic efficiently and decrease the wait times for our clients. One way to do this is to create multiple advice booths. In this scenario, the one I show you right here, each booth specializes in providing advice on a specific topic. One booth is dedicated for finance. Yeah, Fiend is finance. I didn't want to write the whole thing. So finance, the other one is love, and the other one is wellness. Since it's 2020 and all the millennials out there are being depressed about not having true love and whatnot, I might get some hate on that one. But let's say that our love booth is getting the most attraction, right? So what can we do to help it out? Well, we could scale it along the x-axis first of all. So let me get this out of the way. Do that. Now we have 3 love booths instead of 1. So what we just did with our application was scale it along the y-axis. First of all, you do need to scale this particular booth or this particular service, microservice, on the x-axis. So the microservice would be the love booth, all right? So we scaled that in the x-axis. But in reality, the whole application, which is all of our booth, we scaled our whole application on the y-axis. So if you don't know what a monolithic application is, it's basically an application that handles all of its features in one app, a single code base, all running in the same process. Let me actually give you an example of that. So let me get rid of this. Now right here, this is going to be a ticketing app. So this application allows customers to find shows and purchase tickets for those shows. Features can be divided into shows, a catalog of upcoming plays and concerts, theaters. Oh, sorry, I had something in my throat. Theaters, information about where the show takes place and how many people can attend. Search for searching shows and theaters. Checkout for purchasing tickets and customers for your users. So instead of running all of these features in the same service using the same code base, we can divide the functionality of our applications up into smaller applications that are each designed to handle only specific features. So these smaller services are actually called microservices. They are independent applications that are designed to work together. They run independently, launch independently, and scale independently. If a particular service is receiving more traffic, we can scale that and only that service. For instance, let's take in consideration that our checkout is getting the most traffic. What we can do is clone that into multiple instances. Let me get rid of this, go right here. There we go. This is checkout, CH for checkout. This is the front end. Sorry, I didn't even explain that. Yeah, okay. This is our front end, and this is our admin portal. And they all tap into all of these features down here below. So our checkout has the most traffic, so we split it in multiple instances. Now we have 3 instances of checkout. So microservices isn't just to scale applications, they also allow us to scale our teams of engineers as well. So let's say that your company grows. It might or it might not, but let's say it does. You will need to hire more engineers, correct? So each engineer may have a specific area of expertise. For instance, you have front-end engineers, back-end engineers, database administrators, and system runtime engineers. Okay, let's just say that for just those. Your team and your application will eventually grow to a size where everyone working on the same monolithic application becomes very difficult. Microservices allow us to scale our team as well. Each service is a small independent application, so each service can be hosted and managed by a small independent team. So these are our services right here. And all of these could be, a team could be dedicated to only just this show right here. Let's say a team of 5 to this one. Oops. A team of 5 to shows, a team of 3 to theaters, a team of 5 to search. Let's say 8 for checkout and 5 for customers. You know what I'm talking about? So each team gets its share of specialized engineers, and they will all work together to build, deploy, host, and manage a specific service. Some services can be handled by third parties, like Auth is a service that you can use to manage users and authentication. Let me actually put it up. Stripe is another service for payment that can handle processing payment transactions. Okay, this means that your engineers and your team can focus on the services that are specific to your business, meaning shows, theaters, and search. So there's actually a lot of other third-party services that you can consider incorporating in your applications. There's everything from geo-mapping to messaging, continuous integration, database service. But in this video, we're going to examine how we can decompose our applications into services. And we'll also take a look at some of the challenges or difficulties that we will face when moving to microservice architecture. Let me actually get out of this and get into our code base. I didn't even open it up. But here it is. Our code base is going to be under decomposing and ticketsystem.js. All right, now let's take a look at how we can take a somewhat large API and built API with Express and break it down into smaller services that each focus on specific features. So let's take a look at this monolith that we built. It's pretty small. It's just an Express API that handles reservations and reserving seats for shows with 2 different data points. So what I'm going to do is actually, you need to install, I did install some stuff, so like Express course and no local storage. Don't worry, it's all in the package.json. Just make sure to npm install. And then down here, what we're going to be doing is creating instances. So I already did that. PM2, start, ticket system. I'm going to run 3 instances, and that is it. And then let's go ahead and make a request for the ticket system using curl. I just made a request using curl to HTTP localhost 3000. And you should get some data back like this. It should be a JSON, and you should get data back like this. It might not look like mine, where it has all these things, but it might look different. But you should get a JSON, the content back at least, which is a JSON object. That's it. So what we get back are shows, which is an array, and reservation, which what contains all of our reservations. And we can see that in the data folder right here that we have. So right here we have all the shows that we want. We got for a yodeling concert, Shakespeare play. Sorry, I'm thinking yodeling concert. Like, I will probably go just to see how it is, but we got yodeling concert, Shakespeare play, and then food poisoning rally, which it's actually full house in there. You see, house size is 500, and we reserved 500. Hell, I would even go. Yodeling got a surprising 10 reserves out of 100, and Shakespeare only got nothing out of 50. Okay, so in our reservations file, we could actually see that someone, me, and Eve, I got 3 for our, the yodeling concert. Like I said, I'll see what's going on and then we got Eve that got 7 for the yodeling concert, and then all of these would be our food poison rally. All right, we got I also got that as well, 75. Yes, I got 75 for 75 people. Anyways, so each key, this key is our show's ID, just to figure out which key is for what show. I just wanted to make that clear. So what we want to do is actually split we want to split this into two services. One service to focus on shows and another service to focus on reservations. So first, I'm going to create two data folders, new folder, and one's going to be called data-shows. And the other one is going to be called data-reservations. And what I'm going to do is in data, reservations goes into the reservations, move it, and shows goes into shows, which you're going to move. Okay, so we shouldn't have nothing in data. I could actually just delete this because I don't want it no more. So the next thing we want to do is actually do two services. Instead of one service, our monolith application, one service, our ticket system, we want to do two services, which is going to be, let me see, shows.js, and then another one, which is going to be reservations.js. And what we're going to do now is get our ticket system, copy this, our ticket system JS, and then paste it into show.js and only grab the things that have to do with shows. So on line 6, it's not just data, it's actually data shows, and then we could just delete our load reservations and save reservations from this application or service. Now on to the express application. The routes that have to do with shows are releasing seats. So if there's reserved seats for a show that's canceled, we can release those seats, and holding seats, which would reserve seats for a show. So the route for cancel and reserving down here, we have release seats, which I already told you, hold seats, and then cancel and reserve. They have to do with reservations. Also, this get route right here, down here in line right here, 98, also has to do with getting reservations. So I'm going to select all of these lines. So from 50, or I'm already down here. So from 101 to 55. These all have to do with reservations, which we don't want in our shows.js. So I'm just going to get that and delete those. Boom. We do want to be able to get an individual show, which is this route right here, and our main route, which should get all of our shows. Which I'm going to do is delete this because we don't need reservations. And I'm actually going to be putting this in port 3001, so that way, sorry, I paused it. So that way we know that it's just for a show. So 3001 right there. So now this show service is a smaller, scaled back, independent Express app that's designed to handle shows. So we have to do the same thing with the reservation service. So I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go back to ticketsystem.js, copy, and then paste it again, and then do the same thing, but get rid of everything that has to do with shows. So instead of data, it's going to be data reservations, and then we could actually get rid of the shows because we don't need to load shows. So we already know that line 15 through, let me see, I'm going too fast, 33 right here, we could actually get rid of. Oh, and also 16 through 36, we could actually get rid of that too, because holding seats is for shows. Okay. So cancel has to do with reservations, so we'll keep that route. Reserving tickets also have to do with reservations. And getting, where's that? Getting reservations obviously has to do with reservations. But the show right here, we don't need it because that's for a specific show, which we do not need. And our main route, we don't want it to have any information about the show, so it'll only have access to information about reservations. So we will only return reservations and get rid of, we got to do that in the last one too. So right here, we're returning shows. We don't have that. We're just returning reservations. And then reservations returned, control save. Oh, well, let's change the port to 302. and then 302. So that way we know that 302 is just for reservations. Back in the show.js, it's only shows returned. And entire ticket system running on port. Nope. I'm gonna do show service right here. So show service, and then we do just need to do shows up here. Whoa, I don't know why I exaggerated the whoa. I don't know why. Okay, just, and then this is a reservation service. Control save. So now that we have all that set up, actually I could get rid of a ticket system, but I'm gonna just leave it there. You can actually delete this if you want now, but I'm gonna leave it there so that way you guys can see it. But we don't need that no more. But let's actually test this out. So what I'm going to do is do PM2. Nope, not on this. We here PM2, stop all, and then yep, PM2 delete all. And then we're going to clear. And what I'm going to do is do a PM2 start shows.js. So since this service might get more, well, it will get more traffic because anyone can look up shows. Not everyone's going to make reservations. So I'll just make this do 4 instances. So we're going to run that in 4 instances. And then we're going to do PM2, just 2 instances of reservations.js, and we'll just get 2 of those. Now there's our little cluster, and now our cluster actually contains, for the overall app, 2 separate services. So let's actually test out both services. I'm going to clear this first, clear, and then do a curl command, which I've already done. Where is it at? No, not there. Come on, curl, don't fail me. There it is. That's right. Okay, it's going to be 3001 for our shows. If we press enter, we should get our content back for all the shows, which we do. All right, now let's do our curl 3002, which should get all of our reservations, which it does. Look at this. We get our WDJ, gets guest 3, and for this ID, which is the yodeling concert, we have this array right here, which we have 2 objects, me with 3 people, and then Eve with 7. Eve must really like yodeling concerts. And then we got this ID, which is our food poison rally, that has this array and more. We just don't have it, but with me with 75, you get the gist, right? So we actually, those services do work. So now in order to do anything, I have to operate independently with each service. So now in order to hold seats for the yodeling concert, I'm going to send another HTTP request with curl. So the request is going to be a put request to the route localhost 3001 where our show service is running. And we're going to hit that hold seats route because we want to, where's our shows? We want to hold seats for a certain concert, or for the yodeling concert. So down here, let me actually clear this. Clear. So curl -x put. We're going to do HTTP. I haven't done this, so I literally have to type this. Localhost. I know, boohoo. It's going to be 3001, and we do need to send some data, or actually 3001/hold seats, because that's the route. Seats, and we do need to send some data, so -d with our quotes, and the count, which is the number of tickets you want to reserve. I'm going to set that equal to, I don't know, 5. And what I want to do is I want it for the show ID. And actually, let's make this show ID. Where's our data? Our shows. Let's actually do the Shakespeare's play, since we don't have no one there. Shakespeare is feeling a little bit lonely, so we're going to get that idea and paste that in there. Now if you control, that seemed not to work. So let's actually open up git bash and do it there. I know git for sure has a curl, and we can actually do those commands. So I'm just paste that sucker in there, paste it, and now you can see that we actually get our Shakespeare play, house size 50 and reserved 10. Now, if I actually want to see if I actually got that in our reservations, what I could do is actually do a curl command, curl, and then we're going to do hit up HTTP, localhost, host, and we're going to do 3001, and see all the shows for that ID. Let me just grab this ID, copy that, and paste it right here. And we get not our shows. And the reason why is because I think, let me see, go to shows. So you get show/ID, which is kind of redundant. So I'm going to take out show and just do the ID because we know that 3001 is for shows. So there's no reason to have show/ID. Yeah, okay. If you control save this now, we could actually do a reload on our PM2 instances, which will give us 0 downtime restart. So PM2 in here, PM2 reload all. We're going to reload all of our instances without even crashing one, which is pretty cool. Now we could actually run that. Let's see, actually do that. And you can see that our Shakespeare play has a household size of 50 and reserved of 10. Awesome. We could actually see that in our data as well. Just to, let me see, where is it at? Oh, we can't because we haven't saved it. Never mind. So this is extremely good. We've broken everything up into 2 services and both services work. Now that we have 2 separate services running, we'll need to orchestrate the services to complete the reservation process. So in the next video, we're going to look at what it means to orchestrate services. Yeah, so we're actually done for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do enjoy making these videos for you guys, and I hope you learned something out of these videos. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which is orchestrate services. So see you then.